Blackbird Finds here. This is Laura and we are in downtown Nashville, 8th Avenue South to be specific. A really cute little antiquing area. I'm here to pick Megan up at the airport. And so, you know, I had to do a video. And so this is supposed to be a little mid-century place. So let's go in here and see what they got. So the actual name of the store is Starland Vintage and Unusual, and it is just what it says that it is. It is a very retro store with lots of cool and unusual things for sale everywhere. The vibe is super cool. It's got really bright colors. You can see the pegboards here. There's strung lighting on the ceilings, and there's just very unusual items. Like, look at those guys. Those big tiki faces. Crazy. This is the one big main selling floor, and then there's a little middle space that has like lots of little fun $1 to $5 items, and then on the other side is clothing. So here we have like an 80s rack of all stash boxes. So if you need one of those, you know where to go find one. Then there's lots of 70s items here, lots of kitchenware, barware, and haven't seen much for us to be able to flip. But look at him. He's a little pincushion turtle, 70s dude. I would have got him, but he was broken. But I thought you should see him. He was super cute. I kind of wish I had gotten that poster for Derby Day coming up here in Kentucky. But look at this. Here's the really unusual. Have you ever seen MUGSHOTS for sale anywhere? I mean, that is so crazy. Would any of you guys hang up a mugshot in your house? I don't know. I just thought that was like super crazy. And here is a whole rack of smalls. So they've got the state maps there and some more modern toys and things like that. Then we make our way down and they have this whole section of cats. So I know a lot of you guys are into cats, and the good thing about this is they have all of their stuff that is cat themed. They take the profits for that and it goes to a shelter for food and just for the upkeep and care of the cats in the shelter. So I thought that was cool. Here's some more. So I rummaged around there and found something because I think that's a great cause. The green and blue tiger is cute back there. We just recently had a regular color tiger that was that exact same mold and sold that in a live sale on Vamp. But this one was $32.50, so that was more than retail for that item. Again, he's cute, but $38.50. There's no room there. I liked him, and I almost bought him, the little sleeping kitty. And then I found another one down here on the bottom. So I opted for that one. He's made out of concrete. Do you see him? He's got the little mouse. And we're going to hand paint those, I think, and have those for sale at Misty's pop-up sale. So you can watch for him there. They had this cool music area set up for the cassettes and some posters and some, you know, you saw the Kiss figurines. I thought those were cool. It was a cool setup. And then they had all these retro TV guides. We actually have TV guides listed on our eBay site if anybody's interested in a few old vintage TV guides. Now right here they have this huge display of these resin 60s and 70s figurines. And this is the most I've ever seen of these in one spot altogether. You see them quite a bit. You know, you can pick up one or two here and there at yard sales. And I think they're referred to as either like Wallace Berry or Paula figurines sometimes. And I think there's a few that you could look up and they would be kind of valuable. But for the most part, I don't think they bring much more than $8 or $9. But some of them are really cute. I know 80s toys have been kind of hot for a while, but I think that's an up and coming thing that's going to be really, really hot if you know your stuff and you've studied. Unlike me, who bought this comfy kids doll, I was just sure I had seen that on recently on a video and that it had sold for good money on eBay. But apparently, I paid like $12 for it, and apparently that's what it's worth. Good try, Laura. Have you guys ever done that? I think I looked up a listed instead of sold comp on eBay, which is a big no-no. But that's okay. I'll get my money back, and he's cute. But here we've got Snoopy, all the 80s favorites. Raggedy Ann is kind of 70s, 80s, retro. There's some video games that are probably from the 80s up there. So it was a fun assortment of things to look through. And then it circles back around and we're back to more kind of kitchenware and things like that. So they had some cool stuff. They had some vintage papers down there, drawer liners and things. I love that, but it was like $18 a roll, so I had to leave that behind. But I thought that was really cute. Those are appliance covers, but they're personalized, so I didn't want to get those. And then there was some bark cloth down there. Did you guys see that? I should have gotten that on camera. It was pricey though. It was probably about $185. So of course that was retail on that as well. Here we are now in the other room, which is the vintage clothing and accessories, and there was a lot of cool stuff in here. The big neon light says Grease, so that's cool. And then, yeah, up on this wall above the hats, they had velvet paintings, and that's fun and very retro. And love the carpet. It feels like a skating rink, right? And that whole bench there, I think I might go back to it here in a second, but that whole bench had catalogs, like Penny's and Sears catalogs from the 70s. Oh, look at this, you guys. Have you got any brooches that are missing the backs? I think this has just been glued on to like a little hand mirror, but I thought that was a great idea and a great way to use those vintage brooches. Oh, look here. This is a throwback. It's lady gowns. If you guys have been following the channel since the beginning, you know the inside joke about lady gowns. So I haven't seen this many together in a while, so I thought I would show them to you. Isn't that funny? I guess people like actually wear these, buy these, you know, and wear them around the house. It's so great. I think these are awesome. So that kind of does it for this store. I will definitely come back. I didn't buy very much for retail, but it's a really fun place to shop, you know, for personal stuff. Now let's switch gears a little bit and we're going to go to Preservation Station, which is also on the same street, this same vintage retro kind of area in Nashville where that kind of shopping takes place. But this time, there's some fantastic looking items here. It is architectural salvage, and they have some really awesome stuff. Wait till you see. So the whole place is full of hardware and old doors and windows, window sashes, concrete pieces from the fronts of buildings, and like even like some stairs and light fixtures and just all kinds of things that people rescue from old buildings and stuff before they get torn down. Look at that green three pendant light fixture there. I looked everywhere for a price, but I didn't see it because I thought that was a really cool piece. As you can imagine, the prices are high here. I mean, it takes a lot of overhead and a lot of effort and a lot of labor to rescue these pieces, and a lot of space to store them. So they do command a pretty high price. I'll get some close-ups on some prices here for you. We'll start here. So $7.95 each on the doors. But aren't they gorgeous? They are beautiful. There's some gorgeous light fixtures right there. And I mean, really just everywhere you turn, it was a large building, and everywhere you turn there was something interesting. That piece, $14.75 and $29.75 for that one. There's some old andirons that would go, in the fireplace with the rest of the fireplace tools. And then there's a whole wall of sconces. They sort of try to put like things together. So they'll be like just, a whole wall of doorknobs or a whole wall of wall sconces. Look at this light fixture. It's fantastic. But look, on the way just looking at this light fixture, I found this. I mean, I guess that came from like an old zoo or museum or something. Isn't that interesting? $12.95. Says Creamery NYC, right? I don't know. I'm not sure. But look at these beautiful light fixtures. Gorgeous. So keep this place in mind, Preservation Station in Nashville, especially if you're going to do any kind of renovating and you are within driving distance. They just are just an invaluable resource for these old antique kind of fixtures and everything. So now we've switched to the very last place that we ended up going. Again, it was a short trip. We were there. I was there just to pick up Megan at the airport, and so we had to just cram in a few quick stops. But I found this place. It's called the Gas Lamp, and I think they even have a second building now. But I was pleasantly surprised when we found this place, and so I will definitely make a trip back, just especially to go to the Gas Lamp and the Gas Lamp 2. And it was so funny because we were looking at the GPS, and Megan said, "Mom, I don't see it anywhere. All I see is like a Staples and something else." Well, it was actually in the back of the building, but it is huge. I don't know how big that building must be, but it has a Staples big warehouse in the front, and then all the back of the building is this antique mall. And they just had tons of cool stuff. And also, by this time of day, we didn't even really have time for me to even buy anything, like to wait and stand in line and, buy it and pack it up and everything. So I was really just capturing video to show you guys and to kind of document so that I would remember to come back and do some real shopping here. Of course, there was a lot of higher price things, but I think that if you shop long enough that you could really find a few good bargains. Isn't that little owl gorgeous? I loved him. So of course I was just trying to watch for the things that are popular on our channel and in our live sales. The mid-century and the Murano. Look at this piece. I really think if I trusted myself a little bit more, there might have been a little bit of money to be made on that piece. $99 for a Barbini. And it was beautiful, that turquoise color. It's really popular. It's so pretty. And then here was another one, this green one. And Not a bad price on that one either. But I'm just not quite sure enough. I mean, I would know to pick up those kind of pieces if they were super cheap, but when they're kind of in the middle like that, I'm still not sure enough to go ahead and buy them. There was a lot of cool stuff in this booth. A lot of brass. You can see that a little bit of Empoli glass back there, but there were no stoppers to those. So I didn't really stop and look at those for too long. But the whole look of this booth kind of drew you in with all the mid-century and the brutalist wall hanging and that kind of stuff. Pretty cute. So here's one more booth. Like I said, this is a much bigger place than what I'm showing you. So don't hesitate to stop if you're in the Nashville area. You need to check it out because there's a lot to see. I just liked this international kind of vibe and theme in this booth. A lot of cute decor pieces with all that international flavor. So I hope you enjoyed coming along with me. Thanks for hanging out and doing a little shopping with me. Hope you hit the like button and the subscribe button so that you don't miss a single video that we put out. And as always, stay tuned to see what Fatbird finds next. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye, everybody.